Discover Benin City, the oldest city in Nigeria. Hello Explorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by The Explorer, and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall travel to Africa's most populous country, Nigeria, to discover the oldest city in the country, Benin City. Benin City is the capital and the largest city of the Edo State in southern Nigeria, and the fourth largest city in Nigeria after Lagos, Kano and Ibadan, with a total population of over 1.7 million people as of 2021. It is situated approximately 40 kilometers north of the Benin River and 320 kilometers by road east of Lagos. Benin City is the center of Nigeria's rubber industry, and oil production is also a significant industry. It was the most important city of the Edo Kingdom of Benin, which flourished during the 13th to the 19th century, before being razed in 1897 by a British punitive raid. The people of the city have one of the richest dress cultures on the African continent and are known for their beads, body marks, bangles, anklets, raffia work and the subsistence farming of yam, plantain and cassava. This city is the oldest city in Nigeria, and in this video, we shall look into the intricacies of the ancient stunning city. But first, if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. History of the Edo people. The original people and founders of the Edo Empire and the Edo people initially were ruled by the Ogiso, or kings of the Sky dynasty, who called their land Igodo. Igodo, the first Ogiso, wielded much influence and gained popularity as a good ruler, but he died after a long reign and was succeeded by Ere, his eldest son. In the 12th century, great palace intrigue and the battle for power erupted between the warrior crown prince Ekaladehan, son of the last Ogiso, and his paternal uncle. In anger over an oracle, Prince Ekaladehan left the royal court with his warriors. When his old father, the Ogiso, died, the Ogiso dynasty ended, as the people and royal kingmakers preferred their king's son as natural next in line to rule. The exiled Ekaladehan, who was not known, gained the title of Oni Ile-Ife Izodua, which has been corrected in the Yoruba language to Oni or Ogene of Ile-Ife Oduduwa. He refused to return to Edo, but he sent his son Oranmiyan to become king in his place. Prince Oranmiyan took up residence in the palace built for him at Uzama by the elders, now a coronation shrine. Soon after, he married a beautiful lady, Erenmuide, daughter of Osanego, the 9th Enogi of Edo, with whom he had a son. After some years, he renounced his office, remarking that the country was a land of vexation and that only a child born, trained and educated in the arts and mysteries of the land could rule. He caused his son born to him by Eremuide to be made king in his place and returned to Yoruba land Ile-Ife. After some years in Ife, he left for Oyo, where he also left a son behind upon leaving, and his son Ajaka ultimately became the first Alafin of Oyo of the present line, while Oranmiyan, the exiled Prince Ekaladeyan himself, was reigning as Oni of Ife. Therefore, Oranmiyan of Ife, the father of Ewaka I, the Oba of Benin, was also the father of Ajaka, the first Alafin of Oyo. Allegedly, Oba Eweka later changed the name of the city of Ele-Binu, the capital of the Benin Kingdom, to Ubinu. This name was reinterpreted by the Portuguese as Benin in their own language. Around 1470, Iwari changed the name of the state to Edo. In any case, it is agreed upon by both the Yoruba and Edos that Oduduwa sent his son Prince Oranmiyan of Ife to rule Benin City and found the Oba dynasty in Benin City. The Portuguese visited Benin City around 1485, and the city grew rich during the 16th and 17th centuries, due to trade within southern Nigeria, as well as through trade with Europeans, mostly in pepper and ivory. In the early 16th century, the Oba sent an ambassador to Lisbon, and the King of Portugal sent Christian missionaries to Benin. Some residents of Benin could still speak a pidgin Portuguese in the late 19th century. Many Portuguese loanwords could still be found today in the languages of the area. A Portuguese captain described the city in 1691. Great Benin, where the king resides, is larger than Lisbon, All the streets run straight and as far as the eye can see. The houses are large, especially that of the king, which is richly decorated and has fine columns. The city is wealthy and industrious. It is so well governed that theft is unknown, and the people live in such security that they have no doors to their houses. This was at the time when theft and murder were widespread in London. On February 17, 1897, Benin City fell to the British, and in a punitive expedition, a 1,200-strong British force under the command of Admiral Sir Harry Rawson conquered and razed the city. The Benin Bronzes, portrait figures, busts and groups created in iron, carved ivory and especially in brass, conventionally called bronze, were taken from the city by the British and currently displayed in various museums around the world. In recent years, various appeals have gone to the British government to return such artifacts. The most prominent of these artifacts was the famous Queen Idia mask, used as a mascot during the second festival of art culture held in Nigeria in 1977, now known as Festac Mask. The capture of Benin paved the way for British military occupation and the merging of lateral regional British incorporation of African kingdoms into the Niger Coast Protectorate, the Protectorate of Southern Nigeria, and finally into the colony and the Protectorate of Nigeria. The British permitted the restoration of the Benin monarchy in 1914, but true political power still lay with the colonial administration of Nigeria. Culture. Attractions in the city include the National Museum, the Oba Palace, Egon Street, which is famous for bronze casting and other metal works. Other attractions include various festivals and the Benin Moats, the King Square, and its traditional markets. Various festivals are held in Benin City yearly to celebrate various historic occasions and seasons, with the Igi festival being the most popular, where the Oba celebrate the history and culture of its people and blesses the land and the people. A fallen great city. The Benin Empire was one of the oldest and most highly developed states in West Africa, dating back to the 11th century. The 1974 edition of the Guinness Book of Records described the walls of Benin City and its surrounding kingdom as the world's largest earthworks carried out prior to the mechanical era. According to estimates by the New Scientist Fred Pierce, Benin City's walls were at one point 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China and consumed 100 times more material than the Great Pyramid of Cheops. Beyond the city walls, numerous further walls were erected that separated the surroundings of the capital into around 500 distinct villages. Benin City was also one of the first cities to have a semblance of street lighting, as huge metal lamps many feet high were built and placed around the city, especially near the king's palace. They were fueled by palm oil, and their burning wicks were lit at night to provide illumination for traffic to and from the palace. When the Portuguese first discovered the city in 1485, they were stunned to find this vast kingdom made of hundreds of interlocked cities and villages in the middle of the African jungle. They called it the Great City of Benin. At a time when there were hardly any other places in Africa, the Europeans acknowledged it as a city. Indeed, they classified Benin City as one of the most beautiful and best planned cities in the world. This was the incentive that made Lourenço Pinto in 1691 to describe the city as we saw earlier. In contrast to the beauty, no theft and tranquility of Benin City, London at the same time is described by Bruce Holsinger, professor of English at the University of Virginia, as being a city of thievery, prostitution, murder, bribery, and a thriving black market, which made the medieval city ripe for exploitation by those with a skill for the quick blade or picking a pocket. With such eloquent and detailed description of what Benin City was, one can be tempted to say it is not only the oldest Nigerian city, but also one of the best ancient cities in the world. Unfortunately, in 1897 the city was destroyed by British soldiers, looted, blown up, and burned to the ground, and leaving it to nothing but a skeleton of its former glory. A house composed of a courtyard in Obasagbon, known as Chief Inoje Aikorege's house, probably built in the second half of the 19th century, is considered the only vestige that survived from Benin City. Curious tourists visiting Edo State in Nigeria are often shown places that might have once been part of the ancient city, but its walls and moats are nowhere to be seen. Perhaps a section of the Great City Wall, one of the world's largest man-made monuments, now lies bruised and battered, neglected and forgotten in the Nigerian bush. A discontented Nigerian puts it this way: imagine if this monument was in England, USA, Germany, Canada or India. It would be the most visited place on earth and a tourist maker for millions of the world's people. A money spinner worth countless billions in annual tourist revenue. Instead, if you wish to get a glimpse into the glorious past of the ancient Benin Kingdom and a better understanding of this groundbreaking city, you are better off visiting the Benin Bronze Sculptures section of the British Museum in central London, which is a sad reality and a bitter pill to swallow. There you have it, explorers. That was a look at the oldest city in Nigeria, Benin City. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy this video, do want to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.